Yes. She's in the building.
Hi, friend.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
It's good to be here.
I know, man. Thank you for coming through, man. You know, this is highly anticipated. Everyone was like, yo, ask her this.
That's so lit.
Yeah,
Listen,
they want to know, man. They want to know.
Big up Reprezent Radio for having me.
Of course.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for coming through. And I'm just gonna little bit of background how we even got acquainted ourselves. Big up our guy Jesse, who's in the building as well. We connected through a mutual friend, Goldlink.
Yes,
so
we did.
He had obviously his session, intimate session, couple various people, obviously with the composers, couple various people in the building.
Yep.
And Iamddb was just there chilling, sat next to her, just started speaking normally. We also connected with my guy Ray Fiasco as well.
Big up Ray.
And
So sick.
you was doing sick things and you were just talking about your music and I was like, where have you been? We haven't heard from you for so long, but you was like, Sam, don't worry, I got this coming, I got that coming. Do you know what I mean? This, that and the third. But how has it been like for you, seeing as you've kind of sort of had a hiatus? You've been obviously in your cocoon creating music. And do you feel like right now that the music that you have produced now, you're just extremely happy with and you can't wait for the world to see and hear?
Okay, this might sound a bit biased because it's about myself, but I am just a huge fan of my own music. Regardless of its hype, regardless of its vibes. But this music I've been making since last summer, it's just new energy. Like, I feel like 2020 is just a whole different vortex for a lot of people. And if you're in sync and in tune spiritually, you'll take advantage of that. So new vibes, I'm dipping in every genre. I'm coming for everybody's bags. I don't want no friends. I want my money. I want to tour for the rest of my life. And yeah, I'm really just still the same person, but just the elevated version.
Nice. What do you think makes you stand out as an artist?
I don't give a fuck.
Ooh.
Am I allowed to swear?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Okay, I don't
Sorry,
give a
guys.
ooh,
Sorry.
bleep.
Sorry.
Whoa, man. Okay, let me start again. Well, I just don't care. I really stay true to what I stand for.
Yeah.
And I don't try and be anything I'm not. I think I have a good skill to tap into different sounds and different waves. Because again, I don't like to box myself in just one genre. And yeah, man, I just catch a vibe. It's not that deep for me.
Yeah. You co-produced, obviously, End of the World.
Yes.
How much of a say did you have on that video? Because one thing I like about you is you always have a unique approach to your videos.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever the same. It's very unique. It makes us watch it because it's very different. We haven't seen any of this before.
Yeah.
So how much of a say did you have on, obviously, End of the World, the latest video that you released?
We go halves.
Yeah.
Like, big up my girl Laura L. She directed and shot the video, but we go halves. Like, we just brainstorm ideas. I pulled up and I said, listen, we need a spaceship. And she'll be like the person, the head that will go away and actually find it and piece it all together. So I feel like it's important to be involved in every aspect of your artistry, because if you're not, then is it really you? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you on that one.
Yeah.
Whilst I was doing research
Oh,
and I was digging up the archives, there's something that you mentioned,
Go
a specific artist that you said that you was a fan of, M. Huncho.
Yes.
So you mentioned him. So
M.
I know,
Huncho.
I'm not sure, well, I'm ready, I'm putting this out publicly. I know that you're going to drop an album soon. Is he on the album?
No comment. But I do rate M. Huncho's hustle, work rate, sound very highly, and we have linked up. And I shall say no more.
Can you say how many songs might be on the album?
I mean,
I mean,
he might be on it. You know what I'm saying? And there might be a little chat thing on there.
Okay.
That might sweet you a lot.
All right. Have we got, what's the number for him? 12, 15, 20? Gotta give us a little song.
You know what you see the finer things in life. They taste better.
Okay.
When you just receive it. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that one. I actually like that one.
yeah, man.
You've been on tour with Bryson Tiller, Janae Aiko, Lauryn Hill, different artists.
Yeah.
And I know you're a fan of different Lauryn Hill as well. I wanted to know, how has that shaped you as an artist? Because you did that very early on in your career. So what would you say that you kind of took away as an artist, seeing them perform and do their thing? How did that inspire you to create your kind of carve your lane in your settings, and obviously when you perform on stage and stuff?
First of all, I'm a huge fan of all of them. Like, I grew up listening to all of them, so it was just a huge shock to think that they even knew who I was and what I'm about. But in the grand scheme of things, it was really inspiring to just see it in real life, because it makes it a lot more tangible. It makes it feel like it's a lot more possible than it once seemed. And for me, what I learned is just more being disciplined, being structured, understanding what I should be investing my time into, taking care of the vocals, making sure that the energy is always correct when you're presenting yourself to new audiences. But most importantly, being present, being humble, and observing at all times.
Have you got a title for the new album?
If you don't stop playing with me. Because you see, I announce it now, and then someone comes out with the same title. So, yes, I do have a title in place.
Okay, you could tell me off air. That's fine. You could tell me off air. You said nothing's off the table.
Nothing.
And I don't feel like I'll do myself justice, or people that have asked me justice.
Go on.
If I didn't ask this question.
Okay.
So, talk to us about the situation that we saw you on Instagram, where you kind of obviously came out in regards to your management.
Yes.
What can you say about that?
I will say, for artists that are trying to get into this industry, just be very careful and mindful of the paperwork that you sign, and make sure that you always have your own lawyer looking over the paperwork that these entities are trying to make you sign. Obviously, through legal reasons, I can't say too much, but what I will say is that the truth will set you free. And 2020, the truth set me free. And as you can see, I'm free.
I mean, you've been screaming 2020 for the longest in your tracks.
Listen,
so
I've been knowing that 2020 was going to be a mad year. And for me, it's been a lot of revelations. It's been a lot of transformations. I'm still transforming as we speak. So I'm just grateful for the lessons. And even though certain things didn't pan out how I expected, I'm grateful because it's shaping me to be the icon that I am destined to be. So big up everybody who tried to ting, but my God is stronger. Amen. And you can't play with God's child.
Amen. We're gonna get into a song quickly, but before we get into this song, I wanted to ask you this.
Go on.
You have a very dope fashion sense. Everyone around me has always told me this. At the beginning of August, you did a collaboration with Dirrtystore.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. How much input did you have on that? Because that shut down everything. I mean, that's on some people's wallpaper today. I'm not going to bait out my boy's name, but, that's...
I know. I've been told I was in WhatsApp groups and all types of things.
All of that. It's definitely true.
Oh, my days.
So tell us about that.
First of all, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. For me personally, I'm not really a big fashion head. I just like to wear things that look good. Feel good. I like to be comfortable, but big up the King brand, always making me look fly, But no, Dirrtystore, they hit me up, and I had a look at the brand, and I was digging the colours. The colours really spoke to me. I didn't have any creative input into the designs, if that's what you're asking. But big up Dirrtystore for having me. And I just thought, you know what? I'm stepping into my womanhood. I'm embracing my inner goddess. Like, I feel sexy. I'm eating good. I'm training. I'm taking care of myself. So I was like, you know what?
All right, Didi.
You know what? Yes.
Give it to them.
Yes. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to just show women that you can embrace your sexuality. You can embrace your body in a tasteful way.
Hey.
That is the main thing. Make it tasteful, grown and sexy. We're not doing bad bitch no more. We're doing grown and sexy.
Sorry for the profanity again, guys. Sorry. On that note, Iamddb is in the building. Hit up my Twitter at Samuel Eni if there's any questions that you want me to ask her. She's here and she's willing to answer your questions.
Ask away.
Ask away. Here's Post Malone, Circles on Reprezent. Big up everyone that's tuning in right now as well. Here's a question that I have for you. I've got it stored. I've got it ready, locked for you. You came on the right day. Since the emergence of Shade, now we all know that went massive, viral, and it was unknown territory for you. I wanted to ask you as well, having that crazy buzz around you, were there moments where you felt like the industry kind of held you back from your progression?
That's interesting. They can never hold me back because you can't contain what I am. But the industry is very cliquey, and I'm not in any cliques. So it's kind of like, whoa, what is this? I'm the glitch, is how I feel. I feel like people are very quick to follow hype, but they don't look into the depth of an artist. Like, if Shade's the only thing you've heard of me, it's obvious why, but I've got catalogues. Like, man's been doing this for a sec. It's not just a here today, gone tomorrow thing. This is a longevity game for me personally. But I'm grateful for everything I've seen and experienced. But again, like I always say, I don't feel like I'm a part of an industry. I create my own lane and the industry likes it. So I bring them into my world. I don't really step into that world per se.
Okay. A good friend of mine called Gloria wanted to know, how do you prepare your environment when you're either in the studio or at home when you're about to make music, because you're very big about energy.
Yes.
And so how do you prepare?
I don't like having people in my sessions. It's
Really?
just really just be me, my sister, and the producer.
Okay.
All of that, having 7 man in the studio, that is not my flex. Like, you all need to come out because this is work. Like, it's spiritual, it's work. I need to be in my zone. I need to be comfortable. Sage, Palo Santo, big up Rochelle, putting me onto that. My little crystals, my little candles, you know what I'm saying? Little incense, set my intention, and we're good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go. I do enjoy a cup of lean on the side, but not that codeine stuff that the kids be drinking. I make my own little recipe, you know? But yeah, that's about it, really.
That's
you know,
about it.
Hella snacks. Gotta have the right snacks. Pistachios.
What's your favorite snack? Okay.
You know, little sea bass if you have some.
Okay.
Some vegetarian things. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I hear you. The whole mood there. That's the whole mood for you. Another one of my friends, big up Henry and big up Amani. They wanted to know, how do you stay fit, because they feel like you have a banging, you know.
Thank you very much.
So they want to know, is there a morning routine? Do you train out 3 times a week, 4 times a week? Do you have a personal trainer? What is the routine? What's the secret?
That's a techie one.
Yeah.
Because we're on radio, innit? So that's a techie one. But if everyone can feel where I'm going with it, there's one particular form of activity that I rather enjoy.
Okay.
But you know, as of late, as of 2020, man's not been on that.
Okay.
So what I've been doing, I just eat snacks whenever I want, bust them squats, press ups. I'm big on press ups. Okay. The girls know I'm big on press ups. But no, honestly, I just flow. When you get the vibe to do it. Exercise. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of life. Mind, body, spirit must all be intact, must all be working, functioning properly. And you know, if you got a little babes, you got to just whine and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Get up, fluffy.
I hear you.
But yeah, it's just running, just challenging yourself, not being afraid to try something new with your body. Yoga, stretching every day, because boy, when you're in the shrubs and you're in the brook out and you ain't got the flexibility, and do you know what I'm saying, it's because you ain't stretching. Like, you got to stretch your bones, stretch your ligaments.
I hear you. Talk to me about your father. He's someone very big. He was a jazz player, no?
Yes, he's a musician in general. He plays so many instruments, sound and engineer.
Do you play any instruments?
I used to play the keys, but I kind of fell out of love with it.
Okay. So, but that's something you can learn again though, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I still produce here and there, but again, it's just not my main focus right now because there's so much going on. But yeah, man, he's kind of the reason why I do what I do. He's toured the world as well back in his time. And yeah, he put me on to all the waviest musicians, especially from Africa. What else can I even say? Like, he is. Do you ever like in the blood?
Go back to him for like pointers, tips?
Not even
advice.
That's one thing I don't do.
No.
The only thing that we really share is music, and we make music together. But apart from that, I don't ask him to critique my music, and he doesn't critique it.
Does he listen to it?
Yeah.
Does he appreciate it?
He's like, I can't believe you sing on trap. Like, that's so wild. Like, he's so used to hearing me on jazz. So for him, it's just like, just watching his little girl just spread her wings and just
fly.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to talk about, obviously we spoke about our connection.
Yes.
But I wanted to talk about how you kind of met Gold. Now, you told me that how it was, you always kept on bumping into each other at festivals that you perform at. Which one was like one of your favorite, or I would say iconic performances for which festival was that for you?
I think Sonar Fest in Barcelona was one that we both did, and his set was fire. I think I jumped on a set with Joe K as well. That was super lit. But yeah, we've crossed paths on quite a couple festivals. We're always on the same lineups, and we had never really connected until this year. And obviously this year, everything's just aligning, making music, connecting with people such as yourself, Jesse. Yeah, man, it's amazing to have somebody who has experience in the industry and can also help me maneuver through it. Because again,
is Gold on the album?
We've made songs together.
Ooh.
And that's all I'm saying.
Is there gonna be a release?
Well, I'm gonna give you bangers all year.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Facts.
And there's an album or 2 or 3. Who knows? I'm starting a lot of music.
It's starting to get hot in here. Album 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're ready. You ain't playing games.
No.
Okay, cool. We got 1 or 2 more questions for you, but before we get into that, I'm gonna play Drake in My Feelings, and then we're gonna test you on this game. Now, I told you about this game off air.
Damn.
It's classical songs.
Okay.
You cannot go wrong. I'm just gonna be saying it monotone. I'm not gonna be singing it. I'm not gonna be rapping it. I'm just gonna be saying it quite clear.
Okay, cool.
So you have to guess these songs. Yeah? Drake in My Feelings. Iamddb is in the building. Please hit me up on Twitter or Reprezent's Twitter at all. Any questions that you may have, I'll definitely relay it to her. But here's Drake in My... We got JB on that one. I love that.
Oh my God.
So many drops. You got a drop to do as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask as well, Angolan, Portuguese, influences from there. Is there stuff that you mention in your new album as well where you kind of, speak in the language?
100%.
Yeah.
It's Portuguese songs everywhere. Bit of Japanese.
Oh.
Bit of French.
Okay.
Yeah, man. We're doing up multiculture.
Trying to make sure that you...
Everybody has something.
What country, I would say, what country has shocked you in terms of responses that knows of your music that you're like, wow, these lot listen to me, or over here has listened to me? Where surprised you?
Brazil, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like I
performed
knew.
in Brazil.
I have.
And what was that experience like?
Oh, it was the best experience of my life. I want to live there. That's how they made me feel.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Brazil's one of those places when they lock in to your vibe, they lock in and commit for life. It's not a joke. Like, they are super fans. And what I love is just everyone's just so free. They're not afraid to show love. They're not afraid to be a fan. They're not afraid to skits when they see you on stage. I feel like in other places people are a lot more reserved and like more self-aware and not as liberated in themselves to just express how they feel.
Okay. A friend of mine just quickly asked me just now,
Go
you
on.
mentioned that your sister's in with you in the studio. What kind of input does she have in the studio? Do you make songs with her as well? Is she an artist as well? Or is it just someone that she just knows you, so she kind of best advise you in terms of what you're making?
Listen, my little sister's just a new and improved version of myself.
Okay.
She's lit. She writes, she produces, she's a great energy detector. Like she just creates an environment where I can be super comfortable, and there's no one that can relate more to me than my sister. So that's why I just keep her everywhere I go. But yeah, she's gonna be a beast. Right now her focus is just to study and be lit. She can come with me at times, but set times it's like, nah man, I need you to focus on your education, because that is what she needs right now, because she's obviously only of a certain age. So
yeah. Big up sis.
Big up Cece.
You rep Manny everywhere you go.
Yes.
You rep it to the fullest. And I've said this in multiple conversations that I've been in, that people that are outside of London, they're really going hard. Artists like H, like yourself, so many artists like Millions, Bugsy Malone, just to name a few. They're going hard and they're repping their set, and they're obviously killing it in the charts. How important is it for you to... Obviously, you come from where you come from, but Manny being on there as well, is it important for you to put Manny on the map? 100%.
Everything I do, everywhere I go, it's always a 016 something. I feel like Manchester definitely deserves a lot more media and a lot more attention than it gets at the moment. But again, if you don't give it, you're gonna have to surrender by force, because a lot of the source is coming from Manchester, Birmingham, Nottingham. So yeah, man, I'm just excited to see what we can create.
Is there a collaboration with Bugsy?
Not that I know of. But
No?
I mean, if he wants to work, I'm always down.
Okay. Have you and him ever been in contact before?
We've met a few times, but like not in a studio type environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about H?
H is such a lovely guy. Like,
he's an
I
incredible
adore his energy. Again, we've not really been in the setting of a studio to make a track together, but he's definitely on my hit list. Like, I'm gonna get him. And when I get him, it's gonna be a shutdown.
It's gonna be a shutdown. Listen, are you ready for this game?
Yeah, come on then. Come on.
You ready? Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like, come on then,
come on,
let's go. Yeah, so we're gonna play this game. It's a brand new game, literally specifically made up for her. It's not too different from Guess That Song, but what I've decided to do is actually just say the lyrics of specific songs, classic songs, epic songs, that everyone should know, really and truly. So join in if you know it. Here's the first one. Put your drinks up. It's a celebration every time we link up. We did everything they did think of. Greatness is what we on the brink of.
Who's that?
Wow. Put your drink up. It's a celebration every time we link up. We did everything they did think of. Greatness is what we on the brink of.
Oh,
Even your friends are giving you.
They know. It's like who wants to be a millionaire? I need to like tap out and call a friend.
You could call a friend.
All right, let's call a friend. Do. Pick up the phone.
Oh, big up your friend.
Is it?
Yeah.
What, Drake and Nicki Minaj?
Drake and Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
And that was a classic
okay.
line as well. Maybe it's because I didn't rap it.
Probably.
All right, cool. This one you should know.
Go on.
Yeah. It could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. Oh, wow.
Stop. Oh, yeah, come now. Yeah.
All right, cool. So if the devil wear Prada, Adam Eve wear nada, I'm in between, but way more fresher and way less effort. Because when you try hard, that's when you die hard. Your homies looking out wide, God, when they reminisce over you, my God.
Why does this sound like Kanye?
It is Kanye.
It has to be Kanye. That could only be Kanye.
It is Kanye.
Yeah.
Can't tell me.
I love that.
That's a tune.
I love
That's
that.
an absolute tune. All right, cool. We got 2 more songs.
Ding ding.
And this was off his debut album, I would say. One of very
so
early
he's-
in his
yeah,
career.
okay.
Very early in his career. I've asked about you. He used to have a thing for Rihanna. That's a big hint. I've
Drake.
asked about. Oh, yeah, but what song? I've asked about you. They told me things, but my mind didn't change. I still feel the same. What's a life with no fun? Please don't be so ashamed. I've had mine, you've had yours. We both know. We know.
Whoa.
We don't get you like I will. My only wish is that I die real, because the truth hurts and those lies heal. It's a self-titled one as well. Self-titled album. TC. I'm just giving you the initials.
TC. Take care.
Oh, there we go.
Take care, yeah.
This last one. Last one.
Okay, go on.
Remember those walls I built? Well, baby, they're tumbling down. Oh, wow. They didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound. I found a way to let you.
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah. Halo.
There you go. That's Iamddb.
That wasn't too bad, you know.
That wasn't too bad. You did well. You did really, really well. 3 out of 4. Iamddb is in the building, people.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through.
My pleasure.
Is there anything else that you would like to mention that we should be in store for? So you've dropped the latest single right now,
Yes.
End of the World.
Yes.
What's next to be released?
We got a couple more singles coming this year.
What's the next
more
one?
Visuals. I ain't telling you. Actually,
Yes.
I've got a very, very sick feature coming out with one of my guys called Fire. He is fuego. I'm so
Okay.
excited for you to hear that. It's gonna be called Caliber. But apart from that, hold a couple singles 2020.
Yeah.
Hold a couple albums 2021.
Yeah.
Let's go on tour all 2022. That's what I'm on.
Corona happened this year. That interrupted the tour plans
Yes, it
because
did.
you was meant to go on tour. What cities were you guys looking at the moment?
Europe,
Yeah.
Asia, South America.
Were there new places that you hadn't been to before that you was looking to obviously touch?
Definitely. Some parts of Asia we definitely need to tap into. Australia as well, but world tour soon coming.
Yeah,
No
there we
stress.
go. Are you dropping the 2 albums back to back, or is it one at a time?
You keep trying to draw me out.
Listen,
You keep
D,
trying to
you're
draw
here
me
for
out.
a reason, D.
You keep
You
trying
said
to draw
nothing
me
was
out.
off the table.
Listen.
You can't tell me that I not expect to put out.
Listen. Double album on the way.
Okay.
Say less.
Say less. Iamddb on Reprezent Radio. I've been Samuel Eni, and I've had a great time. I hope you have as well. Let's listen to some Shabo, Daily Duppy on Reprezent.